Welcome to Hite Industrial. We develop content and train sales teams to pursue new growth opportunities in the power market and in other industrial steam users, including chemical, pulp and paper, and refining. The sales climate today is more challenging than ever before. Domestically, solar and wind are offsetting coal, nuclear, and even combined cycle projects, resulting in fewer available project dollars to pursue. The power market has become very competitive in recent years due to a decrease in oil and gas spending in combination with additional overseas manufacturers expanding globally. On top of that, rep firms are plagued by high turnover rates and have other high-quality product lines competing for mind share, so good initiatives can often go unsupported. Lastly, as staffing levels at facilities continue to be reduced and responsibilities get redistributed, many key decision makers are forced to be very careful with who they invest their time. In order to grow, it is a must that you influence future upgrade projects and displace your competition at existing facilities. But how do you actually differentiate yourself in the eyes of your customers? The answer is very simple in theory, but far more difficult when it comes to practice. The secret is delivering a value proposition that makes your customers' process the shining star, as an alternative to making your newest widget the primary focus. This is absolutely critical in today's sales environment because the competition is more than just another manufacturer. There are three common competitors that every salesperson faces but most forget about. The first is call reluctance. It is very common to see outside salespeople flounder when asked to call on a new, unfamiliar account. We call this call reluctance. A little confidence can go a long way to reducing this. The second is the customer's budget. You actually have far more influence over this than most salespeople believe. How many times have you been the preferred choice, but lose the order only because the project is canceled? The third is the other sales professional. Regardless of what product you are selling, the salesperson who brings the most value to the entire sales process will win the most business. What is your organization doing to help your sales team compete against these three competitors? Now let's take a closer look at what we mean by making the customer's process the shining star of your value proposition. Classic sales training has taught us to identify an opportunity through discovery and then match product features with customer benefits. For example, Salesperson 1. Our transmitter has the X Factor feature that makes it the most accurate and easiest to calibrate. This saves you time and money. Compare that with an alternative, Salesperson 2. Did you know that even a small deviation in your condenser pressure can result in significant plant inefficiencies? The accuracy of our transmitter could result in X dollars in annual fuel savings for a plant this size. Now it is obvious that Salesperson 2 outperformed his peer, Salesperson 1, but what he also did was communicate a specific financial benefit that can be used to make his project more likely to get off the ground. The question becomes, where do you get the knowledge and training needed to be more like Salesperson 2? As I mentioned earlier, this is much easier in theory than it is in practice. This is where Hite Industrial can help out. We are not here to sell generic sales training or vague presentation templates that you are left to your own devices to fill in with valuable content. Our specialty is researching and communicating the specific value a device or solution can bring to a process. Our knowledge and experience is heavily concentrated in the applications found in steam-generating power plants that also carries over into many other industrial customers. Specifically, we can provide the following deliverables customized for specific applications. Detailed application background research, industrial white papers, lunch and learn presentation content, training boot camps for field sales, proposal templates, videos, and even training podcasts. We can also provide general overview power plant training, participate in joint sales calls with your team, or even call on specific customers directly, if that's your desire. The question now becomes, why don't we just generate this content in-house? We already have a marketing department. I would like to caution you to resist this temptation. After all, is it really the most efficient use of your company's valuable human resources? Most sales and marketing managers are already spread very thin, and it really isn't a realistic expectation for a marketing professional to have the depth of process knowledge required to connect a transmitter's accuracy to turbine cycle heat rate and in turn fuel savings, for example. It is also much easier for a third party to focus on the process over product because we are not personally invested in the product's development. The natural tendency for any marketing content generated at a factory will be product focused. As described previously, it is best to avoid this. Lastly, a third party provides far more flexibility for your business. Hiring and laying off employees can be very expensive, and a simple contract to help generate additional sales and marketing content is far more cost effective compared to hiring a full-time employee. If you would like to get in contact with someone from Hite Industrial, please email your contact information to donald@hiteindustrial.com or call 512-917-0617 to get started today.